Mark Cuban is one of the most fascinating billionaires in the world. As a child, Cuban always had an entrepreneurial spirit, selling sets of garbage bags at age of 12 to save for a pair of shoes that he wanted. This spirit continued on throughout his life to make him the person that he is today. Today, Mark does a great deal of public speaking where he gives advice to current and future entrepreneurs and business leaders. Number 1. Everyone knows that Mark Cuban is a majority owner in the NBA franchise, the Dallas Mavericks. But not everyone knows that Cuban got a pretty great deal when he bought the team. He purchased them for the low price of $285 million. Now, while this is a large amount of money for just about anyone, Cuban saw this as an opportunity to realize a dream of his and give himself a new project. And now the team is worth over $1.4 billion according to the Forbes magazine. Number 2. Mark Cuban's Dallas, Texas home, located in the Preston Hollow residential area, is one of the Dallas' most valuable homes. At nearly 24,000 square feet, this home has 10 bedrooms and 13 bathrooms. Sitting on nearly 7 acres on Delaware Avenue, Cuban has some pretty upscale neighbors like former President George W. Bush. But while very private, Cuban does open up that in his home office he prefers a pretty simple desk and office chair to a lavish conference style setting. Number 3. We've certainly uncovered that the television and film industry is of interest to Mark Cuban. He is also the owner of production companies 2929 Entertainment and Magnolia Pictures. These companies have greenlit some very popular movies including Aquila and the Bee, Good Night and Good Luck, and Ron, the Smartest Guys in the Room, among others. Cuban has stated that he would sell Magnolia Pictures, but the offer would have to be very good. Number 4. Mark is a very down-to-earth dad as a self-made billionaire. He doesn't want his children to get soured by getting waited on hand and foot. He has said that this is something that actually keeps him up at night. He wants his children to experience some of the battles that he experienced as a young man. Selling garbage bags to save up for basketball shoes was his start as a youngster, and Cuban wanted his kids to feel the same kind of drive in life. Mark wants them to make their own way. This is understandable and incredibly respectable. Number 5. Cuban paid $40 million for his Gulfstream 5 business jet in a single e-commerce transaction. With the click of a button, Cuban got himself into the Guinness Book of World Records as the holder of the largest single e-commerce transaction. It's only fitting that a man who made his vast fortune selling an internet company should find himself as a world record holder for an internet commerce transaction. Good job, Mark. Number 6. As mentioned, when Mark Cuban bought his Gulfstream 5 for $40 million, he set a world record. But since the first purchase, he has remarked that in his business, he sees private aircraft as a necessary more than a luxury. While he certainly lets him and his family travel in comfort on their own schedule, Cuban believes it's an absolute necessary part of his life. Flying the friendly skies in style is one area that Cuban is simply not willing to do without. No one could blame you, Mark.